Hey guys, it's Liv here. We're bringing you guys today our BBR Week 7 game against Grey, coach of the Vancouver Titangs. If you guys saw the intro, I had this for a while. I just forgot to use it. Shout out to Zero for reminding me. I mentioned this already in my high draft analysis if you saw that already, but regardless, I'm going to mention it anyway because I realized that not everyone is going to watch every single vid, and that is okay. But regardless though, if you are watching this vid and you do enjoy, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into the matchup. So before I get into the matchup, I want to say one-on-one with Grey. I'm very, very disappointed in you, Grey. You had the balls to pick up the round 1 Eggy, which was a really respectable meme. I respected it a lot. But then you dropped it, like week 2, I think, for Dracloak. Which it's like, you know, I get that Eggy sucks. It's a very bad mon, so I don't blame you for dropping it. What I do blame you for doing though is drafting it round 1 and dropping it like your second week. I don't know if there was something that happened. There probably was, realistically. He probably drafted it for like 1 game or something. Or like there was some sort of reason that he drafted it and then immediately dropped it. But regardless though, I am very disappointed. No reason will heal the wound in my heart from seeing the Eggy go. Because it was very funny to see them both go round 1. It was really funny when I watched the draft and see that happen. But now I'm disappointed. I'm sorry, I was getting the last of my water. Other things that definitely hurt in drops. I know you told me that in like DMs at least. I know you said that you definitely regretted some of the drops you made, but like the Palisade drop hurts this team because if you guys can see in the matchup, he has Keldeo, Weavile, Skarmory, Goodra, Rabombi, Indeedee, Vileplume, Luxray, Carkol, and Dracloak. He has 2 electric resist, well 3 electric resist being Goodra, Vileplume, and Dracloak with no electric immunity. I guess Luxray has 2 resist, but he has no electric immunity, which is pretty bad when you have Skarm Keldeo. I think it's a pretty big oof, and especially the fact that also Rotom-Fan kind of tears this team in general because it plows through most of his switch-ins anyway. On top of this as well, Comfey also does a lot to him, which was another mon. Comfey and Palisade, both were mons that Grey actually used to have. So seeing Comfey kind of tear his team is pretty nice. I think that's pretty fitting for dropping Comfey because it is really good this shit in my opinion. I think it is a mon that is definitely slept on a bit. And I think it was honestly a better pick than Rabombi was for this team. As good as Webb's Keldeo is, and I think it's a very, very good team that he built Webb's into at least. And Webb's definitely used support earlier. I just think the Comfey would have been better. Being able to priority kill off a lot of things that might have killed off Keldeo, whereas a lot of those mons, like Zera for example, if it has like 20% HP or like 30% HP, Comfey could come in and pick it off. Whereas Zera could just run boots and get around any sort of webs that you were planning to build around. So it's really just stuff like that. And obviously that's one mon, but like, when you think of anything faster than Keldeo, or like any Scarfers that might try and come that would otherwise be threatened with webs up, it just kind of sucks for Keldeo when that support with Comfey would have been better just because of how spammable boots are this gen. I don't want to get too much into ripping on Grey's team because I do think it's still not a bad team, but there are definitely some things that I think were just unfortunate to free agents. And I'm very, very upset by the Eggy drop. I was very, very upset by that. Regardless though, there are some things I'm 100% concerned about this matchup. I think the Vileplume 1 is going to be a pain in the ass to kill because my Psychic type is Celebi. So that mod is going to 100% be a pain in the ass to kill, especially because I'm running a Scarf Rotom this week. I'll get into that down the line when we get to Rotom. But that does make Vileplume obviously a bit more annoying. Goodra is another mod I'm very concerned about because Goodra switches in on a fair bit of my team, I would say. And it's a dragon that can still have coverage for Comfey while still taking a Draining Kiss fairly well just because of how naturally spit F it is. In general, there's definitely some threat with Skarmory as well. It's just an annoying mon. Keldeo, Weavile are both annoying, and I think that Indeedee or Rabombi come as mon 6. I think it just depends on if Grey values webs or terrain more. There's definitely an argument to be made for bringing terrain because while it does boost sword power on Comfey, it also stops me from clicking Draining Kiss. I'll get into that in a bit when we get to Comfey as well, but just more so trying to break down the 6 I think come. So, with that in mind, first up we have Terrakion this week with Choppleberry, with Jolly Nature, Max Speed, Swords Dance, Stone Edge, Sega Sword, and Sub. I figured I could probably substitute on stuff like Vileplume and avoid a Strength Sap, because I think a Strength Sap is the immediate play there. Especially if he's worried about a setup set. In terms of why I have Choppleberry, it's for a couple things. One is for Keldeo, though I'm more than likely not going to keep this thing on Keldeo if I can avoid it. It's more so for Weavile with Low Kick, because Low Kick Weavile is definitely a pain in the ass for this mod. I should have probably taken out some attack for Triple Axle. I noticed in game, and I won't spoil if it mattered or not, but I did notice in game that Triple Axle has rolls to kill, especially if Adamant. I should have probably invested in some Fizz Def for that. So that's more so a hindsight thing. Again, I won't spoil if it mattered or not. But realistically though, Choppleberry, because the more immediate thing to click is low kick, because low kick just has better rolls and doesn't miss. So I feel like I'll still be fine anyway, but just more so mentioning in general, that's why I have it. Max speed just to tie with Keldeo if webs aren't up. If webs are up, then I'm just gonna hope that it's not max speed Keldeo. Regardless though, I think this set could definitely tear apart his team. I just need to sub up, to be honest, or just for stuff to be really weakened. So yeah. Next up, we have Rotom-Fan, big fan of Rotom-Fan, with our choice scarf this week, Modest Nature, with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Air Slash, and Trick. The speed is to creep Weavile. I figured that there's no real reason to creep anything else. I don't need to creep any sort of Scarf first because I'm going to underpace all of them besides like Scarf Guja, I guess. But if Scarf Guja comes instead of like an AV set to check stuff like Celebi or Comfey, then I mean, I guess. Also, AV is a really good check to Rotom-Fan, or at least the best possible check this could really have. The plan is basically to trick away the Scarf on something like, let's say, Skarmory, for example, because that makes it a lot less useful as a Melmetal check. I could also use it to trick away a potential AV on Goodra if I feel like it's best play. But more than likely, I'm probably not going to trick a Scarf because it is just so spammable, but it is here if I need it. I don't really see me clicking Defog ever because natural play for Skarm hazard-wise is going to be Spikes if it brings any hazards to chip Melmetal down. Also, it's not bad for, like, chipping Palisand because it could always run a Berry and then go for like hazards, and then Rocks are a lot scarier against his team than Spikes are against mine, just because he has Weavile, Rubombi, Sturdy Skarmory, so I think he's gonna be a lot more afraid of hazards if anything. So I don't even feel the need to really defog anything. Regardless though, Air Slash is great for checking Vileplume, while Electric Moves are going to be clicking against pretty much anything else. Because even when like Luxray comes in, I'm going to Volt Switch on that. When Goodra comes in, I'm going to Volt Switch on that. So Flying is literally just here for Vileplume. Everything else is going to get Volt Switched on or T-Bolted on. Next up on the team, we have Comfey, of course. With Modest Nature, we have Draining Kiss, Dazzling Gleam, Store Power, and Calm Mind. With 36 speed just for general creep, 68 Spidef, plus 180 HP should help us set up on Vileplume. If we get the +1 off, which we should guarantee at pace, we're going to be getting 3 KO'd by Sludge Wave, which is very good because obviously we could set up, then we can go for Sword Power and do about half to Vileplume if it's Fizz Def, which it will be Fizz Def. It has to be a check for pseudo check for Melmetal, but more so if anything for Terraculon. So I do fully anticipate that this is going to be a Fizz Def Vileplume this week, which means that we 2 a KO. Dazzling Gleam is here in case if Terrain gets up, because indeed will feel confident that I'm going to be forced out and probably even just stay in and click a Psychic move. Because, spoiler, I don't have Obstagoon on the team, so the only switch in is Melmetal this week, which does, I think, if anything, play to my advantage, because I do just kill Indeedee if it stays in with +1 Dazzling Gleam. So, I'm gonna go for it. I think this mon could 100% tear through Grey's team, and I get multiple setup opportunities too with it, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think this is 100% gonna be a potential win con even, just because of how much pressure it puts on his team. We have no Synthesis, which is kind of annoying, but I did need the dual Fairy because I need Draining Kiss for stuff like Keldeo and Weavile, of course, and I need Gleam in case if priority went up, because even if priority's up, I can still soft check Weavile potentially. Probably not, but potentially, depending on if I'm like near full or at full. But I can definitely check Keldeo at the very least, which is great because there's no real reason to let Keldeo come in for free on me. Though I guess Sword Power does that anyway. Regardless, it still also checks Goodra better with Dazzling Gleam versus Draining Kiss. So yeah. I have Comfey. Next up, we have Melmetal Protective Pads. This thing is basically just to hacks out Skarmory. We have Double Iron Bash, Thunder Wave, Rest Sub, with 252 attack just to try and just do more damage against stuff. 164 speed, this should help us sub on stuff like the Vileplume so we don't get Strength Sapped. 84 Spidef was left over in terms of just Spidef investment. Plan is basically just a T-Wave stuff and then Bash flinch it and hope for the best. We have Rest because we really didn't need Body Press because realistically, if he gets the Iron Defense off anyway, my play is always going to be just to flinch Skarmory down and hope I can flinch it. Something I didn't realize as well was, though, that Double Iron Bash only has 8 PP. This completely escaped my mind when building this, so I guess Body Press would have probably been smarter, but regardless, though, we do have this anyway. Next up, we have Milotic with Marvel Scale. We have Scald. Actually, we have Competitive. I don't know why I put Marvel Scale, but we have Competitive this week. Basically, the plan was with Scald, Ice Beam, Recover Toxic. The plan was we take hits very well from Weavile, which is obviously very good. Max is Def. It just helps us take stuff like Knockoff. We take 2, I believe, as long as we're not poisoned. So that's obviously really good. We have Scald just to burn stuff. With the Competitive as well, if he gets up webs, then Vileplume is taking around 80-ish% from Ice Beam at +2, so that's obviously really good. We can take a Vileplume hit as well, so even if it does outpace us with webs up, we can still kill it. So yeah, I think this mod in general though is just really, really good in this matchup. Ice Water hits his team destructively, and I can always toxic stuff like Goodra that might be a switch in case if, let's say, webs don't get up. So I feel confident in this. Finally on the team, we have Celebi. With Timid Nature, we have Stealth Rock, Giga Drain, Recover, and Psychic. As I mentioned, we do have Rocks this week. They're very, very good against this team. We have 100 speed on Celebi. This is meant to creep Goodra. I didn't really feel like there's any reason to creep anything else. I just didn't want to get Sludge Waved or like Fire Blasted. We have Psychic, really spammable against his team, to be honest. His only switch is Weavile, and he has Psychic Terrain to boost it, which I do fully expect to come. We have Giga Drain as well, which is just nice to have something for Weavile, though we're dying to any hit anyway. But it's also great for like Keldeo, so we can get HP back on it. Also helps with stuff like, I guess, Cargold, but realistically, we're not cooking Giga Drain much. Recover, Psychic, Stealth Rock is all we really need. I could have probably just dropped Giga Drain, to be honest, because looking at it, there's not much I click it against besides Weavile, but besides the point. The 156 SPDF plus 252 HP is just to help take hits from Keldeo as well as possible. I believe Keldeo is a 3 KO if it's not clicking like Specs Air Slash. So yeah, I think this will be very good at walling a lot of his team, to be honest, because he can't even really Toxic Stall it because I do have Natural Cure, which will help clear status on Switch. So I feel confident in this mod. With that being said, that's our team this week, and let's get right into the game. Hey guys, it's Liv here. We're here today with our BBR Week 7 game. We're taking on Jack, aka Gray, coach of the Vancouver Titangs. If you guys enjoy, of course, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new. And Jack brings Keldeo, Vileplume, Weavile, Luxray. He brought the Luxray, that's kind of cool. Skarmory, and Ribombee. So he does bring Ribombee, which does mean that my lead is Melmetal. He doesn't break it with this team besides if he leads Keldeo, which if he leads Keldeo, I do have switch-ins too. Like my Celebi is dedicated to that. I could also just lead off with Luxray, I could lead off with Rotom, but I think that my leads just lead off for, actually, no, I'm going to lead off with Rotom. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to lead off with Rotom. Because Rotom just gets a Volt Switch off against anything on the team besides the Vileplume, which I get an Air Slash versus. I guess Ribombee too, but yeah, no, I get a free Volt Switch against like everything in this team. If Vileplume or Ribombee lead, I'll Air Slash. Actually, if Ribombee leads, I'll weigh on it, but I'll probably get an Air Slash. It depends on calcs. So Rotom-Fan is our lead. He's probably gonna lead off with Skarm or Keldeo if I had to guess. So I guess the choice. So he goes off with Saucy. That is the Ribombee. Okay. So I should have probably led off with Melmetal, but it's not a huge deal. Moonblast, even from Specs or Ribombee cannot kill me. And if it is Specs, then Air Slash kills it, obviously. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for Air Slash here. I literally have nothing stopping me from doing this. So yep, Air Slash is just gonna go off. His only resists are Luxray and Skarmory, and I have good switch-ins to both of those mods. So everything else is gonna take a fuck ton from an Air Slash. This mod in general just matched up so well against his team. The fact that it's not gonna get fucked by webs, the fact that he has like no electric switch-in besides Vileplume. He has no Luxray. Okay, that's fine. I should probably Volt Switch. I think that switch was pretty obvious, but it's not a huge deal. We still got a fair bit off. He's leftovers at the very least. So we know that for calcs. Let's see. Leftovers. Okay, so Celebi actually can switch in on this guaranteed. Even if he goes for Crunch, we're gonna guarantee take that. So I'm gonna go into Celebi here. Because we can easily stall this thing out. He's not going to outpace us because we're crept for base 80 mons, like Goodra. Oh my god, he didn't bring Goodra. I just realized that he didn't bring Goodra. That's so good for us. Because Goodra is such a pain in the ass to kill in mocks. Oh my god. Okay, so Celebi comes in here. I'm hoping this mon pops off this game. I kind of can pop off with this, to be honest. Okay, so we chew that. No Death Drop. Okay, thank god, no Death Drop. Alright, so I'm going to go for Giga Drain. His only switch into a Giga Drain is Ribombee. And Ribombee, Skarmory, and I guess Vileplume. Vileplume never switched on us anyway. I could actually also go for Rocks, which I think I'm actually going to do instead. Because I can recover stall this, no problem. And just going for Rocks in general is going to be huge for us. It won't matter what comes in if I just get up Rocks, because I'll force a turn of Defog if Skarm comes in, and anything else is going to like have to worry about getting chipped later on. So yeah, I think I'm fine to do that. That'll also pressure a Bombi if it is Sash. If it's not Sash, I'm fine. That Skarm is 100% his defogger too, because he needs defog if he is Sash or Bombi. If he's not, he might have just skipped it, because I don't really have any other reason to, I guess, set hazards besides maybe sturdy Skarm. So he's gonna withdraw here. Probably gonna go into Skarmory. Goes to Saucy, he goes back into Rabombi. Okay, not bad, not bad. I think I just go hard into Rotom again. Then I just click Volt Switch. I think I get that pretty freely, because he's gonna go for U-turn here, if I had to guess. I mean, I could go Melmetal too. Melmetal should chew. That avoids any shenanigans. Rabombi. Yeah, okay, so literally unless he specs, I'm fine. So I'm gonna go into Melmetal here. If he clicks U-turn, very well played. But if he clicks U-turn, he's going hard into Keldeo, which means I do go back into Celebi. Celebi is definitely getting already a bit weakened, which is kind of annoying, but it's not a huge deal. Celebi only is here to check Keldeo and Luxray, I guess. And I've get counterplay to both anyway. Okay, so yep, he does go for U-turn. Not a big deal. I could have probably gotten Rotom in for free and just Volt Switched, but again, not a huge deal. He is 100% bringing Keldeo though, which I'm fine with, truthfully. I should still chew a Keldeo hit anyway. He could also go into Skarmory, thinking that he could actually 1v1 me, which if he does, I'm gonna really just take advantage of that. Let's see, so yeah, so Keldeo would need to not have Sacred Sword as his fighting move. MC Thunder, that's probably the Keldeo. Yeah, okay. So Keldeo, that's fine. Okay, so we're just gonna go, I could maybe go Milotic. Milotic would probably chew. Not if it's specs, but we'd chew otherwise. I'm just gonna go hard into Celebi. If the Air Slash is well played, but like we'll figure out an item at least, which is good for us. And then Rotom is really free at that point to Volt Switch, which is ideal. Because that way then Luxray doesn't come in for free either, and then we can position better into that. So yeah, I mean that'll be good. If he goes for Flip Turn, that's fine. If he's going for Flip Turn, that means he's going hard into a Bombi. He's taking more Hazard Chip at this point than I am. So, well, he's getting more punished, I should say. I'm taking no Hazard Chip, but he's getting a lot more punished from doing this than I am. So I'll take that. Even though I'm taking all the damage on the pivot moves, he's the one that still has to switch. It goes into Fill here. That is a Skarmory. Okay, I'm fine with this. Because I can 100% go into, I think Milotic is my answer to this. Let me check Calcs real quick. Yeah, I go into Milotic here. Because he's going to defog. He's probably going to defog here. Which means I'm going to get my competitive boost. And I'll take that. Because that's going to put us doing like 70 min to this thing with Scald. And he has no real switch in at that point either to Scald besides Vileplume. Which isn't going to like take a +2 Ice Beam. So we'll see what happens. This should be really fun either way if he's going for defog. Because his switches to this are so bad. He's going for Toxic. Okay, fuck. A bit off, but not a huge deal. We have Aromatherapy on Comfey anyway, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. No, we're not. Wrong team. Oh, he didn't bring in DD either. Okay, so fuck. I could have had Aromatherapy on this too. Alright, not a huge deal. Not a huge deal. That's fine. Scald is still pretty free here. Albeit not as free, because now Vileplume isn't going to get pressured by Scald into Ice Beam. Whereas earlier, it could have actually potentially been. We could still Scald Burn it at least. But like, if we had the +2, we could have done a ton to that. He's going into Luxray here, that's fine. If we Scald Burn this, I'm content with that. Because it'll at least still be Chip, and it'll still negate his leftovers. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, wow, I haven't been taking notes, I just realized that. Toxic has U-turn or Bombi. Keldeo's Flip Turn, and then this had Crunch at the very least. Okay. We're gonna just go into... We're just gonna go into Celebi, to be honest. If he Volt Switches here, that's fine. I don't mind him clicking Volt Switch, though. Because even if he clicks Volt Switch, he has to still bring something in. Albeit it's a bit less pressuring now, because I don't have Rocks up, but it's still not a huge deal. He goes for Wild Charge anyway. Okay, perfect. That's fine. If he's leftovers Luxray, he's doing at most 1 of 4, so we can guarantee take another hit anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for Rocks. I'm gonna go for rocks because that'll pressure stuff later on anyway. Like Rabombi, for example, it'll force Scarman again, which I'm content with. Really, right now we just have to get a chip. We have to just get as much chip as possible because then Rotom-Fan just wins. If we can chip stuff in Air Slash range, that's even better because I doubt the Vileplume will be sacked anytime soon. Okay, so he's staying in. Oh, you know what? Oopsies. I just realized he didn't defog. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I thought he defogged. Oh my god. I don't know. He clicked Toxic. Yeah, I even have it on my notes. He clicked Toxic. Why did I click Rocks? Oh my god, that was really stupid. Okay, well, not a huge deal. I'm just gonna recover here. It's fine. He can't even bring in Rabombi, which is fine. I should have Giga Drained. That would have been so free to me, though. Okay, well, I'm content with this. He wild charged anyway. So, after leftovers, I should take another crunch, which means I get a Giga Drain here. Please bring me up to 105. Please bring me up to 105. 107. Okay, I'm good with that. Because even if he's adamant, a Giga Drain will put me out of range. So I'm content with this. Giga Drain should still be doing like 30-ish. Even if he's bulky, it's probably going to do like a quarter. So I'm content with that. Yeah, 27 min with Giga Drain, even if he is a bulky, like a max HP set. Okay, so yeah, another Giga Drain would kill this. So that's good, that's good. I'm just going to Giga Drain then, to be honest. If he's sacking this, I'm fine. He goes for Toxic? Okay. I don't think he realizes this is a natural cure, but I'm content with that. I'm going to have to switch this out when he brings in something hard next anyway. So that was probably like best case scenario. I think I'm going to go for Psychic this turn. Because while I could Giga Drain and get some more HP back, one, Psychic has better damage rolls overall by like 5%, which I think will be necessary here. Two, if he tries to take advantage of this and goes hard into something like Vileplume, I don't know why he would, but if he does, I'm going to take advantage of it. Also, I can get like a Def Drop and Scarm. Rabombi will take more from it, so I'm just going to go for Psychic. He's Toxic. Okay, so he's Toxic, Protect, Crunch, Wild Charge. Okay, well, I'll take that. That's fine, he's in Psychic range still. He took too much from Giga Drain to not be. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna click Psychic here. This is a good set. Like, it's definitely putting in a lot of work, but I mean, yeah, Psychic's just too free. I'm gonna actually Giga Drain because he could definitely just go hard into Weavile, seeing that I'm clicking Psychic now. And a Crunch isn't gonna do enough anyway. I could also, okay, yeah, he's gonna switch out. He's probably gonna go hard Weavile. He goes into Fill. That is the Skarmory. Okay. Not a huge deal. I'm gonna just go hard Rotom-Fan. We saw that he has Toxic. He's probably gonna be Defog, Roost, and Brave Bird as his last moves. Regardless, I'm gonna Chew. I definitely do need to switch out this turn though. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be put hopefully in range to where we can still take a hit. Yep, we just take it. Okay, good. We're gonna go hard into Rotom-Fan here. And then we're just gonna Volt Switch. There's no way Skarm doubles out, but if it does, well played. Regardless though, I mean, if he doesn't defog this turn, I'm getting a lot out of the next turn by Volt Switching on whatever comes in. Because that chip will be immense. Because there's no way he stays in. There's no way he switches out this turn. There's no way. At worst, he clicks Toxic here on my Rotom. But I don't mind that. Because I'm just gonna Volt Switch every turn and only take 6%. He goes for Roost. Okay, see? Not a big deal. Because even if he stays in, not hurting. So I'm gonna Volt Switch here, in case if he goes into like Vileplume or something predicting. Because, as I said, there's nothing doing this. Even if he stays in, I have Mons I can bring in on this, since he is choosing to stay in. I could bring in Melmetal, for example. He has shown Toxic and Roost. He probably isn't Brave Bird. I mean, he probably isn't Body Press, because he would need Iron Defense. Like, he would literally need Iron Defense Body Press to do anything at that point. Okay, see, he's switching out anyway, so it's not a huge deal. He's gonna break his own Sturdy again when he brings this back in. He goes into Lux right here. Perfect. Okay, so Luxray is gonna take Rocks damage. We're gonna go for a Volt Switch, and that should probably be putting this thing near in range. Yeah, okay, so that's almost good. We're gonna bring in Celebi, and I'm just gonna click Giga Drain this turn. As I said, luckily we have Natural Cure anyway, so that should bring us back up near full. Okay, so I think the Scar's probably Rocky Helmet. I'm pretty sure it hasn't revealed leftovers yet, but then again, I thought he defogged earlier, and I realized that he didn't. So who knows? Maybe he has revealed leftovers, and I'm just dumb. Regardless, though, Giga Drain is really free though. His only switch-in is really like Skarmory. So I'm just gonna click Giga Drain here. I get HP back regardless. And even if he goes Vile Plume, I just Psychic it next turn. If he goes for Bombi, I just go Hard Melmetal. If he goes... Well, actually, I'd probably just go Rotom-Fan, to be honest. Because I have full HP and I take even a Specs hit. And he's only revealed U-Turn anyway. He's probably just gonna click U-Turn again. Okay, so he sacks the Luxray here. Perfect. Okay, so Luxray is gone. Luxray 0-1. That was a bit more annoying than I thought it would be, but not a huge deal. Celebi, though, now only needs to check Keldeo, which is actually really good for us. Especially seeing as we have so much HP to do so now. So I'm literally not switching this thing on anything else with Keldeo the rest of this game. I guess maybe Vile Plume, but I'm not going to switch it in on that. I'm just going to maybe bring it in to pick it off. Regardless, though, he's probably bringing in hard Weavile here, if not Skarmory or Rabombi. Probably Skarmory or Weavile, if I had to guess. If he goes Weavile, I'm just going to go hard into Tracheon. Okay, so yeah, he goes into Weavile here. I could also honestly sack, but I'm a little worried about doing that. Oh, you know, I can go hard Milotic. Yeah, I can go Milotic here. Okay. So, looking at his team is actually very, very weak to Rabombi at this point. We know that Weavile's not Boots, which is good, because it's going to take a fuck ton from hazards. Yeah, no, Comfey kind of cleans at this point already. Because we just need to get to +1, and we're content. Okay, so Weavile, he's Life Orb Weavile, okay. Okay. Life Orb, alright, so Weavile, Life Orb, knockoff. Without items, he's not actually going to do a ton to Milotic. Because he would be doing at most 70, and we have 71, perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna click Scald here. I have no reason to click anything else. Even if I click Recover, it's kind of pointless. I'm just gonna Scald Burn something. I will Scald Burn something. I'm content with that. If he's Adamant, it's the only chance he has to kill, but we'll know he's Adamant, because he'll do 71. He's gonna withdraw, perfectly fine with this. He's going to the Slurp, that's probably the Vile Plume. Yeah, okay, so we're pretty chipped at this point, and we're toxic as it is. I'm just gonna click Ice Beam on this, just to make sure it's in range to where I can actually pressure this with Comfey. Because Comfey can honestly just set up on this, 100%. And then I can just start getting chip on stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna click Ice Beam this turn. We did a surprising amount with Scald, so we know this is Black Sludge as well, or at least some sort of recovery item. I'm gonna put Black Sludge. Just because it doesn't really matter what one it is, it's just one of them. So this is gonna definitely take a fair bit from Ice Beam. It does around like half to Fizz Def, and he's probably Spit F. Yeah, okay, so he actually might be more Fizz Def. Oh, okay, well, I'll take that. Vile Plume. Okay, so it's Leech Seed at least. It was Black Sludge, okay. So, yeah, this might just be like Fizz Death, which means that another Ice Beam should be doing a fair bit. Actually, we're dying this turn. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. Let's see. I could honestly just go into Comfey. How much does Sludge Bomb do to Comfey again? At +1? Pretty sure Eevee to set up on it. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go into Comfey here. We're gonna 100% go into Comfey here. Because he has nothing really precious. Rabombi. If we get the +1 off, for example, versus Rabombi, I mean, we're doing like half the Drainicus. See, I'm just gonna go for Calm Mind here. Vile Plume. Luckily, he didn't bring like bring in DD, because that could have been actually very annoying to play around. Because he could have maybe threatened this with Weavile, but he can't even do that anymore because Weavile just dies. We're gonna go for Calm Mind here. Vile Plume isn't gonna do shit with Sludge Bomb. He's probably gonna go for Toxic if I had to guess, but I'm content with that because with the +1 already, Sword Power is gonna do literally half to this. Okay, yep. See, we can go for another Calm Mind. And at that point, we just go for game. Because at +2, we kill this, and then we just start killing everything. Actually, I'm gonna go for... How much does Scarm take? Oops, I forgot to make that full screen. Okay. So, Skarmory takes From a +2 hit. Okay, so, we're going to get a fair bit back versus that anyway. I'm going to go for Stored Power. I'd rather not get Toxic, to be honest. I think that not getting Toxic is more important. He's going to withdraw anyway. Okay, perfect. He was no fill. Okay, so that was actually probably best case scenario. Holy shit. Okay, so Stored Power is going to do like 15. Not a huge deal. Okay, so we're going to actually switch out versus this. Because I don't want to get Toxic. I'm going to go hard in the Melmetal here. Yeah, we're going to go hard in the Melmetal. Okay, so not a huge deal. He might honestly just time himself out at this point, which I'm content with that. Melmetal, though, should definitely get a free sub versus his team. I don't see what he's clicking here that's going to threaten us. Toxic, yep, okay, free. I'm going to click sub. And then we're going to T-Wave something. Because having that sub up is going to be huge. Just to pressure stuff in general. He's going to probably go hard Keldeo on us, to be honest, which I'm content with. Just going for the sub will be good. He's going for Iron Defense. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to flinch him out. He's definitely Body Press at his last move, which means he has no removal. We're just going to go for T-Wave here. I should be able to set up all over this. Yeah, even if he's Max Fizz Death, we're going to be fine versus this. +2 def. We're not going to do shit with double Iron Bash, but I mean, we're still going to be able... Yeah, he's going to go for Roost this turn. Okay, that's fine. That means he's not breaking the sub, which I'm content with. We could just flinch him out. We would 100% just flinch him out. He avoided. Of course he did. Why wouldn't he? Okay, well, maybe we can't just flinch him out. I mean, realistically, with Vileplume as chipped as it is, I just need to break this thing sturdy. Then Rotom can start going in. It's definitely really annoying, though, that this had to be the case. Okay, so Thunder Wave goes off. Now we actually get off. Great. I'm gonna sub and just hope this thing breaks its... yeah, I'm just gonna hope this thing gets full parried. If it gets full parried, then I'm just gonna start bashing it, because we have protected pads, so we don't have to worry about helmet. So we just need to flinch it. Once we get the sub up, we're gonna be in a pretty good position. Because we should outpace this thing. Guaranteed. We have a fair bit of speed anyway. Okay, so literally all we need to do is just full parry. Okay, perfect. Does he just lack Toxic? He's probably just banking on us killing ourselves, to be honest. I'll take that, but like, we're gonna bash and just flinch him to death. Because we can do that. We can pretty comfortably do that. Luckily we're protected pads, so this is gonna only take like 6 more turns. But we're gonna probably para-flinch him to death. If we don't, then he's a really lucky son of a bitch. Okay, so yep, double Iron Bash again. So maybe he's not Body Press as his last move. We don't know for sure, so I'm gonna take it off for now. The fact that he's staying in probably reveals that he is. But again, we don't know for sure. Regardless though, it should only take like 8 more turns of this, because we're doing 12% minimum. So yeah, actually like 5 more turns I should say. And we're gonna flinch between para and flinch. So luckily we're protected pads. I'm really glad if you want to rest as that last move, because that might actually come in handy legitimately, especially versus something like Vileplume. So we're just gonna bash flinch this to death. If anything else comes in, Keldeo has to come in next, which means I get a free T-Wave against that. Which means even if it is Scarf Keldeo, we're content. If Weavile comes in, I guess I'm gonna literally just bash it if Weavile comes in. Okay, well, I'm fine with this. I don't mind this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for another bash. Because he's losing enough to where I should be able to just do this. He's gonna switch out eventually, because he's gonna get sick of this. Oh, you know what? I don't have a lot of PP on bash, huh? Okay, well, not a huge deal. I'm gonna wait until he at least breaks my sub. If I find out that he can't break my sub... Okay, so he is Body Press his last move. Okay. That's fine. We parried this. I'm gonna go hard Rotom-Fan. Body Press shouldn't do shit to us. He's gonna be a full parrot anyway, I'm calling it right now. We're gonna Volt Switch on this though, 100%. Because Volt Switch should be doing 88 min. So, yeah, nothing really wants to come in on that. Because if I clicked Air Slash instead and just try to flinch him down that way, I mean, Vileplume's dead. And then I actually just win with Comfey. Okay, yep. I called the full pair, so I'll take that. I think I earned that because I called it. We're gonna go for Volt Switch. Volt Switch should kill this, which means that Melmetal goes ham. If he does switch out here, it's into Vileplume, which means that I go back into, I think I go into maybe Terrakion even, but I'll probably just go into Vileplume. Into Melmetal and just T-Wave it. Because he can't really touch me outside of, like, Seeds. I think I should creep Vileplume. Do I creep Vileplume? Pretty sure I crept Vileplume, like, no speed. He sacks us, okay. And yes, we did creep Vileplume, perfect, okay. So Skarmory is dead now. Okay, so Skarmory is now gone. So from here, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Comfey. I'm gonna bait in the Vileplume, and then I'm gonna go hard into Melmetal. Actually, do I want to do that? I could just go hard into Terrakion. No, I'm gonna go hard into Comfey. I really want to bait in that. Because otherwise I just click Draining Kiss. And I lose nothing doing it. Because no hazards up the rest of the game, that's really good for us. Leftovers being up is really nice because we're going to be able to get some more HP back this turn, which is another good reason to bring in Comfey rather than something else. So yeah, what's he going to go into? Weavile should die guaranteed to Draining Kiss at this point. Okay, so actually it takes like half, but I'm content with that. Because he's Life Orb. And Life Orb is a roll to kill with Tripoxel anyway. He doesn't have Saucy, it's for Bombi. Okay. So, I'm just gonna click, I'm gonna click Calm Mind. Even a Specs Moonblast shouldn't kill us, guaranteed. Specs Moonblast does at most 102, and we had like 104 left. So, yep, he's gonna go for Moonblast this turn. Perfectly fine with that. Yep. Oh my god, he crit us. Okay, that sucks. Well, pretty sure that we couldn't have lived that anyway. We would have gained back like 20 HP and a crit even from Timid. Yeah, like we would have died guaranteed. Okay, not a huge deal. Well, alright, so Rotom-Fan. Air Slash does 121. We're just gonna go into Rotom-Fan. That's unfortunate though. Bombi 1-0. Not a huge deal. I was playing with hacks earlier, so it is what it is. We're just gonna Air Slash though. He has no switch into this. Literally zero switch into this. Even if Weavile comes in, it's gonna take like another half from Rocks and it's gonna die. So we'll take that. He would have to sack something to bring this in because, yeah, it literally takes 47 min. 47 to 56, so it could just die to the Air Slash itself. Vileplume is probably gonna come in, if not Rabombi staying in and sacking. So I'm fine either way. So yeah, Keldeo definitely can't come in. Even if it's Scarf, we're gonna be fine. Because Keldeo with a Scarf set isn't killing us anyway. So we're fine. He goes under Slurp, that's a Vileplume. Okay, perfect. So now what I do actually is I just switch out and then I just spam Thunderbolt the rest of the game. So Rotom-Fan gets a second kill. Okay. How much does Life Orb Shard do to us? So Bandage Shard doesn't actually even kill us. Life Orb would do like around 50. Okay. So yeah, the plan is we're gonna switch out and we're just gonna start clicking Thunderbolt the rest of the game. If Keldeo is Scarfed, that's fine. I'm content with that. If Keldeo actually comes in, I'm gonna switch out anyway. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out anyway. Yeah, because Rotom just starts clicking T-Bolt. Rabombi, how much does Rabombi take? 71, yeah, it's gonna be at like 50 after the second set of rocks, so we're fine. Keldeo. We do like 80. No, I'm not gonna risk that. Actually, you know what? If he's Calm Mind, I'm just gonna click Air Slash. I still have other ways to win this game, even if he is like a spec set. So I'm not even gonna risk. If he is Scarf, we should still do a ton anyway. And if he's Scarfed, he has to really lock in a pump here. Otherwise, he doesn't do shit. Or I guess Scald would do enough to like actually pressure us. But we're fine either way. If he's Scarf, I'm gonna switch. If he specs, then he might kill. But even then, if he specs, he would need to be like Pump or Surf at the bare minimum. Actually, no, he would need to be Hydro Pump. So we're gonna go for Air Slash. Okay. So yep, he's gonna take that. He goes for Scald. Okay. So yeah, even if it's specs, it's not gonna kill. And I think I might have actually been specs. 96. Yeah, no, that was specs, and it was a mineral too. Well, then in that case, we're gonna go hard Celebi here. And then I'm gonna Giga Drain. Actually, I'm gonna Psychic. Because even if Weavile comes, it's not a huge deal. Luckily we have Chople Bear and Terrakion, so we're still fine. So yeah, Specs Scald shouldn't do shit to this. Okay, so yeah, at this point we just click, actually hold on, how much does Weavile do to Celebi? Weavile, Life Orb, oh, you know what, never mind. That still does too much. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna Giga Drain here. If Ribombee comes in hard, well played, I guess. But Keldeo's still kind of fodder at this point. Yeah, oh wow, he was a really slow set. Holy shit. Because I'm only 146 speed. I'm creeping pace 80 mons. Did he like just bring no speed on this? I mean, I'll take it, but like, shit. Keldeo 0-1. So just Weavile and Ribombee left. Okay, so we're in a good place. We're in a good place. Oh, you know what? He's probably defensive for Melmetal. That's what he probably was. He was probably like really bulky specs, which would make sense. Weavile comes in. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna sack here. No reason to preserve. He'll have to take life orb damage anyway, so it's not a huge deal. He could also miss his Icicle Crash if he doesn't click Knockoff here, and if he clicks Knockoff here, then I'm fine. Okay, so Terrakion comes in now, because then we don't risk Shard. Oh, okay, Terrakion actually takes a fuck ton. Holy shit. Only from Triple Axle, but... okay, how much does Melmetal take? Too much. Okay, well, shit. Weavile 1-0. Celebi 2-1. Okay, we're gonna just go into Terrakion and just hope he doesn't have Triple Axle. Even then, he needs to hit all three of them. Yeah, he literally needs to hit all three of them and get a good roll with it too. It's a 6.3% chance. So I'm just gonna click Sacred Sword. I have no reason to click anything else because there's no reason to miss. No reason to risk a miss. Even if he's low kick, we're fine. Even if he's Icicle Crash, we're fine. Low kick, see? Okay, no reason to risk. Terrakion 1-0, and Weavile is dead. So now it's literally just Ribombee left. And Ribombee cannot in any way, shape, or form beat Melmetal. So we win. As Lord Illusion, the GOAT says, bringing Melmetal is best. I believe I could actually find the exact comment. I cannot butcher this. It was way too good of a quote. Let's see. So, Illusion's literal words were, Melmetal's a lover who cannot be spurned. Play it and the blessings shall be numerous. Bench it and you will once again pay the iron price. And I think that's proven pretty true this game, I would say. Considering the fact that, I mean, like, we quite literally tore through his team. We also hacked him quite a bit, to be fair. But, I mean, he also kind of critted our Comfey, so that's kind of mean. But yeah, no. I think the Lord's words proved once again to be true. They proved once again to ring loud for all to hear. Terrakion is dead, and we're going to finish off with Melmetal, just from my good pal, the Lord Illusion himself. Because there's also no reason to risk. No reason to risk anything. We have this. I mean, Rotom would guarantee kill anyway, but, like, Rotom's already earned the thumbnail. So we're gonna go kill with Melmetal. I told Illusion I would make this thing a kill leader. So we're in a pad diff. And we're gonna, well, not really pad diff. We're winning 2 either way. But we're gonna pad Melmetal kills. And we're gonna win with Melmetal. So it's a very good game to Jack, of course. It was a very fun game. Unfortunate, of course, because I mean he literally had like no switch into fucking Rotom. Wow, is that? Okay, so that just did a lot. Holy shit, that was a good roll. I could actually throw in diff. I mean, if he got a crit there, to be honest. But it is what it is. If you guys enjoyed this, of course, leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new. Week 8, we're gonna be taking on D-Ray, coach of the oh my god, I'm blanking on D-Ray's team name. I know it's Mimikyu's. Oh my god, I'm blanking on D-Ray. How could I blank on D-Ray's team name? D-Ray's the GOAT. Shit. What is D-Ray's team name? It is San Diego Snugglers. Oh my god, for some reason this thing has Los Angeles Mimikyus. I don't know why. But regardless though, we're taking on D-Ray next week. D-Ray's the GOAT. Hopefully you guys enjoy that when it comes up, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys.